Welcome back, my YouTube friends. It's so great to see you again. And believe it or not, we are up to another new month of video game releases. The back half of the year seems so much faster. Do you agree? Anyway, we have a stacked episode for you here with a total of 20 games to get excited about in October, covering a wide span of different genres. One thing to keep in mind if you're new here, this list is in order of release date, not a top 20 that finishes with a number 1 slot. With that intro out the way, let's get into it because I am pumped for this one. Let's go. Dakar Desert Rally is the biggest off-road rally racing adventure ever developed. Experience the speed and excitement of the largest rally race on the planet, featuring a wide variety of licensed vehicles from motorcycles, cars, trucks, quads and SSVs. Alrighty, first on the list this month is a racer that's actually claiming to be like no other, with Dakar Desert Valley boasting to be the biggest racing game ever made in terms of map size. Think of this as Forza Horizon, but no roads whatsoever. I mean, who even drives on the roads anyway in Forza Horizon? I think it sounds like a really cool concept based around one of the most badass racing events in the world. There will be dynamic weather mechanics, licensed vehicles of all shapes and sizes, and best of all, you can compete with your mates. Looks like a whole heap of fun, and it should be reasonably priced on PC for around $50. Grab it on the 4th to all platforms, excluding the Switch.
His teeth were like piranhas, his eyes like ping pong balls. I saw him break into the church.
Imagine that you have divine powers. What do? Help people or take the piss out of them? That's a priest's life. When doing a top 20, it's incredibly hard to make cuts. I contemplated this one for a bit, but the trailer makes me laugh so damn hard, I thought, why the hell not? Pun intended, of course. How batshit does this look? Don't let the title confuse you for another first-person simulator. This looks more like a first-person shooter with a lot of craziness thrown on top. The NPCs and their dialogue look insane. Weapons and powers you have look ridiculous. You can perform exorcisms both on people or animals. You can even upgrade your church. It looks like there will be 2 ways to play this game. One obviously being a priest, using their powers for good and being righteous, or the other option, and that is to let loose and do some gnarly shit. I choose the latter. Priest Simulator releases the 7th to PC via Steam.
When virtue is rewarded with suffering.
I get the sense he's not interested in talking.
Lost Eidolons is a turn-based tactical RPG with a gripping cinematic narrative set in a waning empire riven by civil war. Take on the role of a charming mercenary captain, Eden, and lead his band of allies through epic encounters on a classic turn-based battlefield. A medieval-like turn-based RPG sounds pretty sick, right? This month, it's got its fair share of turn-based tactics games releasing, and there are a couple in this video. But this one stood out. Well, one for its interesting design on the grid system for a turn-based game, and secondly, its cinematics look incredible. The development team promise a very engaging narrative as well, which I think is crucial for most strategy RPGs as it makes the grind feel less punishing. Coming to PC via Steam on the 13th.
I'll tear your world apart.
Beneath Oresa, a fighting roguelike deck builder takes you deep within the city to confront your foes. As a strategist, choose your cards, upgrades and artifacts wisely, but as a fighter, turn their positioning to your advantage. Alright, if you know me, then by now you know that I like me a deck builder. So many decks, not enough time. This one looks like if Borderlands went into the deck building universe, right? And I wouldn't hate that at all actually. Expect plenty of cool cards and upgrades. You get to battle with a selection of companions and even daily challenges. Plenty on offer here as Beneath Oresa releases on the 13th via Steam. Embark on a heart-rending journey onto a brutal, breathtaking world and discover the cost of saving those you love in a desperate struggle for survival. Strike from the shadows or unleash hell with a variety of weapons, tools, and unearthly powers. A big release here, and one I am personally excited for. It's the second A Plague Tale game, Requiem. Now, first off, if you haven't played the first title, I wouldn't blame you. It definitely flew under the radar on release in 2019, as it wasn't labelled or marketed like a AAA title. But I really enjoyed my time playing the game, as the story writing is incredible and it has an ending that is very memorable. So I'm super keen to see what the developers have up their sleeves for the second time around. First game could have been a bit more action based, I felt, because when the action sequences did come around, they were highly enjoyable. So let's hope for more of that. And some more weaponry / skill tree updates would be welcomed as well. But all in all, I have a feeling the sequel is going to deliver in a few areas the first did not. Play the first one on Xbox Game Pass right now to bring you up to speed, as this is releasing as a day one on Game Pass on the 18th, and of course on all other platforms as well, excluding the Switch. You've inherited your uncle's potion shop and a huge debt. Better get brewing. Customize your store, hire heroes or gather ingredients, befriend or romance fellow vendors to learn new haggling strategies and go head to head with competitors in this narrative-driven deck building shop simulator. You're not sick of me showcasing deck building games, are you? Well, good, because here is another one, and I think that this could actually be a sleeper hit. From what I can see, you're a shop owner selling and creating potions to then deal with customers a la card battle style. It's cool that you get to create concoctions behind the scenes to essentially take into battles and showcase against your clientele. And there even looks to be some cool customization elements, being able to have your shop look in the way that you want it to. A winning recipe, get it, for success. Potionomics releases on the 18th to PC via Steam. I'll let you just watch this little snippet first, and then we'll have a little chat.
At Younger, we deliver the future. We do it right now.
Skew, do you mind keeping watch? I need a piss.
Yeah, sure. I'm on the lookout.
Yeah, just look away.
Sure, yeah. I'll watch.
I can't go if you're looking.
Coast is clear, mate. There's only me here.
Don't look. That's what I'm saying. Just look away.
Oh, right. Yeah.
You're staring right at my crotch. Skew,
What?
look away.
Oh, look away. Sorry. Bit mesmerized there. Well, it's interesting, you know. I haven't got one of them. They look very impractical.
No watching.
Who am I going to tell? Yeah? What do you want? I can do trickling stream. I can do waterfall. And I can do rain.
I'll hold it in.
The Last Worker is a first-person narrative adventure centered around our struggle in an increasingly automated world. Okay, First off, did I nail the Nick Offerman similarity or what? First impressions have me hooked already on this title. I want to know what this world is about, especially when they reference Manhattan being a sunken city. To me, I think the underlying themes are going to maybe hit close to home for some, with a spotlight on consumerism and potentially a work yourself to death for corporate companies kind of thing. That's what I'm picking up on anyway. Again, a bit of a theme here with the Borderlands-esque art style, which is interesting as I have a Borderlands game on this list. Anyway, looks super interesting. I think fans of Portal will get a kick out of this one as well. And I even noticed that Zelda Williams is credited, daughter of comedy legend Robin Williams. Here's hoping for good things. The Last Worker releases the 19th to all platforms.
Computer algorithms. At Eidolons, nothing can stop progress. Quality starts with you.
Hell is Others is a survival horror PvPvE top-down shooter. Outside the safety of your apartment lies the noir hellscape that is Century City. A city of endless night that straddles the line between reality and insanity. Explore, hunt, and loot in a place where blood is literally currency. Did they just say blood is currency? How fucking awesome does that sound? You can't tell me you're not into this. With obvious comparisons to Hotline Miami, Hell is Others looks like a total kick-ass bullet hell top-down that looks so polished, even with its pixel art design. I don't know about you, but I envision if Resident Evil 2 was a top-down, this could be it. With some cool features like growing your own ammunition. Yeah, that's right, I said growing, like a pot plant. PvP shenanigans alongside PvE, timed runs to collect as much as you can, and even a customizable safe house. I love what this is all about. Let's hope it rates well. Releasing the 20th on PC via Steam. Team up with Mario, Luigi, Princess Peach, Rabbid Luigi and their friends on a galactic journey to defeat a malevolent entity and save your Spark companions. Explore your planets through the galaxy as you uncover mysterious secrets and compelling quests. Man, is it just me, or have Nintendo been on fire lately with their exclusive releases? Seems like 2 a month, and we're not talking small franchises here. Anyway, I can tell you that I haven't played Mario Rabbids before.
Man, you are one pathetic loser.
But I know of its popularity. This is the sequel, and it's a unique one for Nintendo as it's a real-time tactics game set in the Mario universe. I'm definitely down for that, so it might be about time to see what the fuss is all about. Planets to explore, addictive combat, plenty of characters to customize and play as with unique abilities. I'm sure it will be great, especially co-op with your mates. Big one for Nintendo heads out there. Releases the 20th on the Switch only. From the developers of the Guns Gore and Cannoli franchise comes a new 2D run-and-gun platformer, Warhammer 40k Shooters, Blood and Teef. Spearhead an orc invasion, destroy the Hive City and kill your war boss. Here we go. Yes, fucking yes. Metal Slug Warhammer crossover. What else can I say? But I'm going to play the absolute shit out of this. Weapons galore, sick soundtrack, hilarious cinematics, upgrade after upgrade. Oh, and online co-op. This is like chef's kiss good, people. Mwah! Demo out now on Steam if you want, but this will release on the 20th to all platforms. Fuck yeah! Pew pew!
I've seen plenty of criminals in my career, but nothing could have prepared me for this.
Gotham Knights is an open-world action RPG set in the most dynamic and interactive Gotham City yet. Patrol Gotham's 5 distinct boroughs in solo or in co-op, and drop in on criminal activity wherever you find it. Alright, so this game has been keeping pretty low-key throughout development, and I would have to say that marketing hasn't actually been massive. That does lead me to wonder, how good is Gotham Knights going to be? This is developed by Warner Bros. Montreal, the same team that did Arkham Origins, which was more like a spin-off to the Arkham trilogy. I didn't love that game as much as I cherished the original trilogy. In fact, I found it very buggy at times and had to just straight up quit and stop. So this is going to be ambitious at the least. An open world style with a roster of characters to choose from and the choice of co-op. As much as this sounds great on paper, I would recommend waiting on reviews for this one before diving in. Let's hope for good things though for Gotham Knights. It releases to all platforms, excluding the Switch, on the 21st.
You got my back?
Oh, boys!
This biopic is based on a true story. My story. Soon, the world will feel the cold as I do.
I got one last little surprise for you.
Come to watch the show, Red Hood.
Nah, I'm just here to kick your ass.
Pre-order now and get the 233 custom Batcycle skin.
So you're still running your parents' Frogurt store. That is a...
Decide the fates of altruistic scientist Anu, her ambitious, streetwise brother Octavio, and the fierce, Frogurt-slinging Fran. Claw and con your way through 5 thrilling chapters. I promised you some Borderlands earlier, and here it is. I have to admit, this one absolutely snuck up on me. I didn't even know it was being developed. If you love the episodic games style and choose your own adventure, then you are probably aware that Telltale's previous Tales from Borderlands was a massive success. Even if you know nothing of the Borderlands universe, it was some of the best writing a game has had in an incredibly long time. And don't forget, fucking hilarious. So, will new Tales deliver? In case you didn't know, it's not Telltale behind the steering wheel, but in-house developer of Borderlands, Gearbox. I'm very hopeful they can hit a home run. They have just come from the success of Tiny Tina's, so hopefully this is perfect timing. And the success of the visual novel genre is growing so rapidly that it might find a new audience. Nice price tag, I think, as well, at 60 Aussie dollars for 5 episodes, with plenty of replayability. New Tales from Borderlands releases across all the platforms on the 21st.
Are you flirting with me?
Lady! You are dead! Now that's a pitch!
Scorn is an atmospheric first-person horror adventure game set in a nightmarish universe of odd forms and somber tapestry. It's been a quiet year for the horror genre, especially in bigger game territory. Let me think. We've had Dying Light, The Quarry. Can you include that Evil Dead game? And don't forget, we have the Dead Space remake and Callisto Protocol to look forward to. But other than that, a little flicker of indies. So it's great to see Scorn finally out this month. It's been in development for quite a while now. What to expect in Scorn? Well, a squishy, meaty looking environment to get lost in, all intertwining in a maze-like function and non-linear game design. Expect some puzzles and a slower paced first-person experience, and a super realistic interaction with the environment and objects. Oh, and no cutscenes to keep you immersed in this creepy world. It all sounds pretty exciting to me. Scorn releases to Xbox Game Pass day 1 and also PC on the 21st.
Peggy 12.
It was the best of times.
Paradox Development Studio invites you to build your ideal society in the tumult of the exciting and transformative 19th century. Balance the competing interests in your society and earn your place in the sun in Victoria 3, one of the most anticipated games in Paradox's history. Listen, I am no grand strategy game expert, not in the slightest, but do I enjoy to dabble? Absolutely. I find them quite hilarious sometimes in the sense that you tend to learn a lot about yourself and the decisions you end up making. Victoria 3 is obviously the third in the series, and it's developed by one of the best in the genre, Paradox Dev Studio, who have titles like Crusader Kings, Surviving Mars, Cities Skylines, Stellaris, and that's only to name a few. So you're in good hands here. It looks beautiful and complex. You have economies and political campaigns, trading, military conflicts. It has it all, and all played out through the 19th century. Looks cool, and it should be on your wishlist already if you love these styles of games. Victoria 3 out on the 25th to PC via Steam. Side note, I would love to see this on Game Pass for PC. A classic survival horror experience set in a dystopian future where humanity has uncovered a dark secret. Unravel a cosmic mystery, escape terrifying creatures, and scavenge an off-world government facility as Elster, a technician replica searching for her lost dreams. Okay, I know I mentioned horror fans have had it rough this year, but here is another one to quench your thirst. Signalis has been on my wish list for a while. Here are the reasons why. You can't help but be impressed by this awesome low-res pixel art. It's incredibly atmospheric and creepy to the max. And it's pretty much Resident Evil or Silent Hill, but with androids. I mean, shit, you want that as bad as I do, yeah? Even on the Steam homepage, the game references inspiration from Kubrick, David Lynch, and Hideaki Anno from Neon Genesis. Grab Signalis on the 27th when it releases across all platforms. Dive into the ultimate winter survival experience and see if you can survive long enough for rescue to arrive. Experience a unique sanity system that takes survival to the next level. Winter Survival is a new type of survival game where you won't be doing any killing at all. Stay warm, stay hydrated, stay fed, stay strong, and a whole new kind of game dynamic, stay mentally healthy with its sanity system. This is looking like a great game to sit down and get immersed in and chill to. It will be especially fun to fans of the TV series Alone, like I am, as that is the total premise here. Grab Winter Survival on the 27th via Steam for PC.
Scanning craft. Pan-Galactic Federation battleship, the Astoria.
Weapons activity detected. Readying third
Starboard
strike.
thrusters to full power.
There's no time.
No way!
Abandon ship. All crew members, get to an escape.
On a routine transport mission, Raymond Lawrence's spaceship is attacked by the Pan-Galactic Federation and he crash lands on an underdeveloped planet. He meets Princess Laetitia, who is fighting to protect her homeland from an invading empire. Together they set off on an adventure that will shake the foundations of the entire universe. Square Enix and Tri-Ace present the latest title in the Star Ocean RPG series. I know nothing about this franchise whatsoever, but it looks cool and you can fly around and battle huge bosses with a huge lineup of playable characters. I'd say just keep an eye on this one if you like your JRPG titles and see how it rates after the review window, releasing the 28th across all platforms, excluding the Switch. Mysterious lifeforms appearing to be neither angel nor demon attack amid the ravaged streets of the Shibuya area of Tokyo, where Bayonetta then makes a graceful appearance. Why is she in Tokyo, and how far-reaching is the invasion of this new enemy? Are you ready for over-the-top, sexually charged hack-and-slash action? How about yes, yes, and yes please? Bayonetta, the Umbra Witch, is back, and a nice little exclusive release for Nintendo this month. There is not much I can say about Bayonetta. If you've played it before, then you'll know what you're in for, with some new mechanics to build more combos and sick new weapons. If you haven't, you'll probably see its resemblance to games like Devil May Cry. It's not meant to be serious, and that is the most special thing about these titles. Just classic video game fun like it's meant to be. It's gonna be awesome. Bayonetta 3 is a Nintendo Switch only release on the 28th.
With all those eyes, I think you'd be a bit more perceptive. Now to test. I believe you two have already met.
Product not yet rated.
Raise the dead as a fearsome necromancer in the dark world of the Unliving. Lead your undead armies into the endless fight in this roguelite action RPG. Burn cities to ash with devastating magic spells, slay epic bosses, and turn your enemies into morbid servants. I'm not sure how this game plays really, so at the time of writing this, I'm downloading the demo as we speak. The Steam tags have it pinned as an RPG, but it looks more like a bullet hell / Vampire Survivors like game. So keep an eye out for the demo preview on this channel. One thing is for sure, it looks killer. Waves and hordes of enemies in a top-down pixel art bloodfest. It looks heavily focused on the army creating side of things, as you will need these minions as some kind of unliving shield as you smash down enemies and bosses. Whack it on your wishlist, I reckon, as it drops on the 31st via Steam for PC. In the sequel to the 2011 award-winning Source mod, you and your fellow survivors must make your way through a diseased world that has seen the dead rise to feast on the living. Cooperation and teamwork are vital if the human race is to survive this living hell. 2011? That's a hell of a time between drinks, but a welcome return, and I think perfect timing. Could this be one of the best new co-op games to release in 2022? Survive against hordes of the undead with up to 8-player co-op. I mean, I don't even have 8 friends, so good on you, Mr. Popular, if you do. But how good does that sound already? Each playthrough is promised to feel different. You get to scavenge with your mates for weapons and gear, work together on objectives, and don't forget about splattering zombie brains everywhere. I'm all for this one, and it just sneaks in October when it releases on the 31st to PC via Steam. There you have it, folks. How are you feeling after that? I promised a huge month, and I hope you agree. If I've missed something you're keen on for October, then feel free to let us all know in the comments below. Don't forget to wishlist any of these games on Steam if you're interested. Game devs love that shit. If you'd like to support the channel, then find my Buy Me a Coffee link below. There are some pretty sweet perks if you become a squad member, including your chance to win a free game every month, for no reason other than being totally awesome. YouTube etiquette as usual, please. I know it's awkward reminding all the time, but even I still forget on my favourite channels, and I'm a bloody content creator myself. Anyway, I hope you all have a great month, my friends. You'll see me around, of course, in future videos, so make sure to come say hi, and in the meantime, happy gaming. Bye now.